Hey planners, it's Tay of Shantae Plans and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be planning the week of October 18th to the 24th and using the Sunkissed kit from Sadies stickers. This is such an awesome week. This was actually my vacation week and I went to Jamaica, which was really a lot of fun and so exciting because it was my first vacation since 2020 and shut down, and it was just really exciting to be able to go through the travel experience again, which is kind of cool because you find yourself missing like the little things, or maybe it's just me and I'm just like a crazy travel person, but just like the process of like, hey, getting into a lift to go to the airport and taking the flight, packing the bags, all of the little things that just become a part of your sort of travel routine. All of that stuff was like really fun to do. And I know it was because even like my husband was so funny because normally I'm the one who always buys like our travel toiletries and stuff. And he'd actually bought his own toiletries for this trip. And I was like, dude, we are so desperate for a vacation. And we so haven't done this in so long that it was just everything about the whole process was just exciting. And so even just like the mundane little details of the preparation and getting ready for it. So it was just a really great week and something we had been looking forward to for quite some time. But anyways, on to the spread. So I started by putting down my bottom washi, and right now I'm working on my date cover deco. The date dots that I used are from Rose Color Days, and I'm pulling in just some really fun florals and things from the kit, as well as some foiled embellishments from Honey Inked. Those hibiscus flowers were actually from a $2 Tuesday from Sadie Stickers. I love all the little seashells and the little dots clusters. Those are all from Honey Inked, and they just really enhanced the date cover deco and made it look so super cute. Especially those hibiscus flowers. I just feel like they're such a fun, bold punch of foil that they always just look really good in every spread that I use them on. Now that I've finished with my date cover deco, I'm going to start building my sidebar, and starting with my month section, I'm just layering some circles. I took one of the circles from the layering add-on page from the kit, and then the foiled circle is from Lauren's freebie from Alyssa's Craft Shop. And actually at the time that this freebie came out, it was like her summer version of her freebie, so it's definitely changed as seasons have changed. So I'm not sure if those circles are still on that freebie, but they are at Alyssa's Craft Shop and they're really cute circles. I love the size and everything. So just layering a palm tree, which also came off of Lauren's summer freebie, along with some of the leaves from the deco sheet from the kit, added the October script from Paper Trail Plans, and then embellished with some more seashells, which I'm going to do throughout this entire spread, so I don't have to keep saying those are from Honey Inked. I placed down a header from the kit, and then I'm going to put down the quote box, or the full box for the sidebar, which just says Sunkissed, which is the name of the kit. And I really love how chic and clean that design is, where it's just kind of got that little wave pattern going through the center of that box. It's just super adorable. And then the seashell divider that I placed between the full box and that header is from Mini Riot Co. Underneath there, I put one of my hanging signs, and I feel like that's either birch or maple for the color. For the colorway that I used. I love those wood grain signs so much. Particularly the light wood grain ones have always been my favorite, especially for summer. They just go so well with so many different things. And that type of wood just feels very beachy, so it felt appropriate. And what I wanted to mark here was that this was just my vacation week, and I thought the cute little wood sign was a great way to mark that. So I'm just decorating that with some deco so that I can mark that down. Once I've finished decorating the sign, I'm going to add in my habit tracker for the week, and I decided to track my workouts. At the top of the sign, I did want to note that a little divider, the scallop divider, is from Bloom Paper Studio. I love those little skinny scallop dividers, so stinking cute. So I put down another header, added the habit tracker, used another one of those seashell dividers from Mini Riot Co. And now I'm moving to the bottom section of my sidebar, in which I have started really having a lot of fun just decorating this and making it more decorative than functional. And I really love incorporating the fashion dolls from Red Lyrics. I'm adding a half seashell mandala from Honey Inked. And at the bottom, I was trying to figure out kind of how I wanted to decorate at sort of the base or the feet of where the little fashion doll is going to stand. And I wanted it to kind of look like she was standing in front of like beachy palm florals. But then I also decided to layer in the colorful florals because I thought that added a little bit more detail. And I liked that pop of color just sort of right behind her feet and behind the back of her dress. And then I'm bringing in one of the hexagon shapes from the layering add-on sheet from Sadies stickers that match the kit, pulling in some more florals, and then the Honey Inked seashell clusters. That was fun to say, to finish that off. And now it is time to move on to the day by day. And so vacation week, always so much fun because it's so different than the typical weeks. And so the first thing I'm starting off by doing is putting down the headers from the kit. And I loved the palm leaves print from the headers. But what I wanted to do was I didn't want it to be, because of the way the print was when they were stacked on top of each other, it was in this like such a order. And I wanted it a little more mixed up when I put it on my, at the top of the headers. Oh, I went back and added some more seashells to my sidebar. Clearly felt like there was not enough going on in that sidebar. And sometimes I feel like it's just one of those things where it's just like, I don't know when to quit. But I was totally happy with how it came together because it just looked very tropical and fun. But anyways, I was mixing up the direction and kind of how I placed down those headers because I wanted the palms and the leaves kind of coming from different directions with those headers because I thought that was going to look real cute instead of them all being on, what would that be, like the left-hand side, which is how they were oriented on the page. And so starting off on Monday, so we flew out actually overnight. So our first flight, we flew out from California to Atlanta Sunday night. And so we landed in Atlanta like Monday morning, and that's what I'm marking here, because we had a little bit of a layover from Atlanta, and then we flew from Atlanta to Jamaica. And so we were in Atlanta for a very short while, but that was really cool. Again, and I'm telling you, this is just like all of the things that, like, I think sometimes when traveling, it's one of those things where it's like you're just excited to get to your destination. Not this trip. I was excited for every single part of it. I was just like, everything is fun. It's just nice to be out of the house. Oh, that's what quarantine does to you. So anyways, so I marked the layover at the airport and then our flight from Atlanta to Montego Bay, Jamaica, which is where we were staying for the week. And that was a super short flight, which was really great. So we got there, we were able to get checked into our room and to get started just enjoying the hotel. We went and had lunch and we walked around on the beach and then we walked around the resort a little bit. And then I think we just went back to the room and kind of relaxed because, we had been traveling and we were excited to be there, but also very much wanted this to be a really chill and relaxing vacation and just enjoying not having to think about work, my husband not having to think about school, and just being able to lay out in the sun. So I think here I've just layered some of the circles. Both of those circles are from Sadies stickers, added some florals. That luggage icon is actually from the kit itself. And I marked with that we had just checked into the resort. And then I marked that we were swimming in the pool. Oh my gosh, we have to talk about this room. So this was my first time staying in a room of this type. What they called it for like the category of the type of room, they call it a swim up junior suite. And so essentially like what it is so you have your room and then you've got the balcony doors out to your patio. I kept balcony doors. See, this is what keeps happening. I keep not knowing whether or not to call this a patio or a balcony. And I feel like with a balcony, that's when you're like on a second or above floor of something. If you're on the first floor, I think it's a patio. Maybe I think that's the distinction between the two terms, and I could totally be wrong. But essentially, you open up the doors to the patio area, and then just off the patio area, you walk right into a private pool that was connected to our patio. And so for our row of suites that share that pool, there were 4 different rooms that all had this little private room that was literally just right off of our patio. And so you could walk right out from your room into the pool. And the great thing was because, and I think this is definitely just because of quarantine and people not traveling as much, I think in our block of 4 rooms that were sharing our private pool, there was only one other room that was occupied, and I feel like we didn't even see them in that room until like our second to last day there. We saw them out in the pool maybe once for maybe about an hour, and then we never saw them again. And so it felt like we literally had just like this private pool all to ourselves that was right off of our room, which was really nice. The main pool at the resort was also really nice and festive, and they had all the activities and games and stuff there, which was really cool. And then of course there was the beach and like several different beaches on the resort. And so that was great too, but it was just really nice to just have sort of that our own like private swimming pool that we were able to enjoy, which was really nice. And to just be like, I miss that so much, to be able to just like wake up, walk out onto my patio and then just like walk into a pool, and then like night swimming, which was really great because it was so hot there all day, and then late into the evening, which was really nice. And then, to end Monday, we ordered some room service and just relaxed in the room because we were not our energy at that point had dropped, and we just didn't feel like walking around getting dressed and walking out to one of the restaurants at the resort to eat. So that was Monday. On Tuesday, we got up, went to the gym, which was really great. I loved their gym and their treadmill because it was super modern. And so I was able to watch YouTube because it had a YouTube app built right into the treadmill. So I was able to watch YouTube videos while I was running. And then, we had to schedule a test. And I think I wrote a PCR test, but I think what we ended up getting was like the rapid antigen test or whatever. So the thing with traveling is because we had to be tested within 3 days of getting on a plane for our flight. And so I knew how to take care of that at home before we left. That was easy because I know where to go and get tested at home. And that was like a thing because I was calling like a couple weeks before we left because I was trying to figure out, is there testing on site at the hotel? Because we got to get on a plane to come back home. And if not, they're not going to let us come back. And I have to be able to come back home. And so they were like, yes, we have testing right at the hotel. It'll be no problem. When you get here, just schedule your test and you'll be good to go. So took care of scheduling the test. All I had to do was just call and set a time, and we were good to go. Then we went and had breakfast at one of the restaurants. And then we just had a really lovely beach day. So we went down to the beach, scouted out some chairs, swam in the ocean, and just had such a relaxing and fun day. Oh my God. And then that night there was a thunderstorm on Tuesday, and it says crab on balcony. And that is not us eating crab on balcony. No, that is like an actual jumbo-sized giant crab was on our balcony, and I keep calling it a balcony. I think it was a patio. So here's what happened, right? It's a thunderstorm. It's raining and it's all like amazing and whatnot. And I'm like, ooh, I want to go outside and watch the rain. And I was getting ready to walk outside, and Brandon like slammed the patio door shut. And he was like, did you see that thing just dart by? And I was like, no, I did not. Thank you for saving my life. I'm going to stand right here. So of course I'm standing there. I grabbed my phone and I turned on my flashlight with my phone because I was wanting to see like what he had seen. And then I saw it, and it just like scurried by, and it was giant. And it was this crab. And I was like, look, there it goes. It's crawling under the shades. And so, first of all, if you are familiar with my last vacation experience with dolphins, if you have not heard my dolphin story from the Summer Planner Collab of 2020, I highly recommend. Here's my thing. I'm not somebody that has issues with all sea creatures, but there's a few of them that are starting to make my list. Crabs, they just joined the list with dolphins. And I'm going to say this. Crabs they walk sideways. That should be our first clue. First of all, if you are a sea creature, you really shouldn't be on land. I feel like that's a thing that just shouldn't be. I'm not okay with it. Second of all, they walk sideways, which is how we should know that crabs are shifty. You cannot trust them. Don't trust them. And he had giant claws. And all I was thinking was, Lord, I am so glad I did not walk out on that patio, because he would have clawed me. I know it. I saw that look in his eye. He would have come after me with his little giant, little crabby claws, and it would have been all over for me. Thankfully, no such tragedy occurred, and I got away from that scot-free, and I'm glad. It was a wonderful experience that I did not come too close to that very dangerous crab. On to Wednesday. We got up and went to the gym again on Wednesday. We had breakfast at the buffet at the resort. We went and took our testing so that we'd be ready to fly home on Friday. I think that was when we flew home. And then we just like kind of relaxed, laid out, listened to some music, went night swimming in the pool. It was a very, very chill day on Wednesday. God, that was so relaxing. Oh, it was wonderful. On to Thursday. Oh, here I think I'm just scattering my full boxes for the second half of the week. Did the same thing with sort of flipping around my headers at the top and then adding that little scallop trimmed sticker from Bloom Paper Studios really quickly, because I feel like I've been going through and kind of just like chatting about the vacation and not talking about my icons. Most of my icons are from Crafts by Towie. I have some like the sports bra that's from the Pretty Pink Co. The headphones were from JK Creates Co. All of the beach themed sort of deco stickers that I'm using as some icons are from Crafts by Towie. Which I love that she does. She has like these vacation themed icons, and then sometimes she'll do sort of special icons for different occasions, like seasonal ones. And so I love like her summer and autumn and winter icon sets. So amazing, and they come in so handy. So it's always really interesting with vacations because it's a lot of utilizing icons and things that I just don't need on a day-to-day basis. Like for this box here, I'm getting ready to put down a cute little beach chair and umbrella, which is just typically not one of those things that I use to mark on a day-to-day basis, but it's so great to have it for those times when you're marking something that you're doing on vacation. So on to Thursday, we started by sleeping in and then got up, and it was another beach day for us. And so we had just gone down to a different side of the resort, or a little bit further away from our room, walked over to a different section, and it was really interesting just because it that area of the beach that we were at, it felt a little more secluded, a little more private than the first beach we were at on, what was that, Tuesday? And so it was really cool because it was very, very chill and relaxing, and not that we didn't enjoy like the more lively side on Tuesday, but it was really nice because it was kind of quieter, and we just like had fun, just like floating and swimming in the water and just relaxing on the beach, listening to music. And we went over to the jerk hut, and it was so crazy because that, you know, we had been there already a couple of days and hadn't gone to get jerk chicken, which is like, you have to get jerk chicken in Jamaica. And so we went to the jerk hut, got some jerk chicken. So good. This is my first experience with jerk chicken. And so I very much enjoyed it. It was delicious and I really loved it. And then we had a really nice romantic dinner at the seafood restaurant. It was just really beautiful that night. Everything's all lit up at night and with the lights in the atmosphere. It was just really gorgeous. So that was a really fun night. On to Friday. So Friday was the day that we were traveling home. So we knew we were just focused on getting up and getting packed. But I was up pretty early on Friday, and I was done getting my stuff together. So I just sat out on the patio and just sort of lounged and relaxed and tried to soak up the last few bits of my vacation and just enjoying being there. And then we took the shuttle back to the airport, and which was really cool because the airport there, it's so small and just like it felt very like cozy and just really cool. And so went to the airport and then we took a totally different route home because we were flying back home. We went from Jamaica to New York, that was my first time being in New York, which, I mean, I was there for like an hour layover. I don't think that really counts. But I'm counting it because it was my first trip to New York. But we flew to New York and then we went from New York to California. So that was a lot of fun. And I was listening to an Audible book. So I always like to download Audible and Kindle books to have with me when I'm going on vacation. So I have plenty of things to read and enjoy and listen to when I'm just sort of relaxing on the beach, other than music, which I was definitely listening to music. Oh my gosh. And it was so great. Because I think one of my favorite artists. I'm sorry, and I'm trying to think back because my first thought I was getting ready to say, I think I was listening to Ed Sheeran, and no, it was not Ed Sheeran, it was Phineas, because he had just dropped his Optimist album, and I was obsessed with it and enjoyed listening to that for the whole vacation. But then I was also listening to the Audible book that I had downloaded by Gabrielle Union, and it was her You Got Anything Stronger. And this is her second book. Her first book was We're Gonna Need More Wine, I think. Which I really enjoyed. And so I absolutely knew I had to get You Got Anything Stronger because I really loved her first book. And they're just like a collection of different essays and short stories and things that she tells from her life experiences, which they're always really funny. She does a good job of just like storytelling and just sharing life facts in a very fun and entertaining way. So I have enjoyed both of her books. And here I'm just using another one of my hanging signs to decorate and with the seashells and things, and just mark the layover in New York and then flying home back to California. On to Saturday, I think one of the best things about this vacation, and actually kind of looking back, I kind of wish we had flown back home maybe Saturday and then just had Sunday, but I don't know, because it was really nice to get back home on Saturday, be able to sleep in Saturday, relax, and have like the whole weekend to recover before having to get up and go back to work. And so that was really nice to just like be able to be back home and decompress, because sometimes just the whole process of traveling and going and doing everything, you can need a vacation after your vacation, or just need time to just like unwind and decompress. And so with us being back home flying back home Friday, we were able to take Saturday and Sunday and really just relax and unwind. And so we definitely slept in on Saturday morning. And I think we ended up, this is the next day I'm getting ready to mark, is that we door dashed, lunched, and just binge watched TV. There's this show called The Middle. It's an old show that's not on ABC anymore, but it's one that we used to watch when it did come on live, and it's just a funny, silly comedy that you don't have to pay much attention to, and that was definitely the mood we were in, because we were tired and just wanted to relax and not think. And that's basically how that day went. It was just super chill, just like laying around, not doing much, eating, watching TV, and just chilling, and just spending time with each other, which has been really fun and just really enjoyable. I think that was the other thing that was really nice with this vacation, because we'd been together through so much of quarantine where it was just the two of us. And then in July, I went back into the office. And so by the time we got to October, it was like July, August, September, 3 months of us not being able to be together all day during the week, the way we had been when I was working from home. And it was the funniest thing, because it was like, I think it was this vacation where we realized just being able to spend all day with each other again throughout the week, just how much we had missed that. And so it was just really nice this weekend, and we were just like wanting to be around each other, which was really cool. But it's basically how that went. We just chilled, relaxed, and just hung out with each other. And then on to Sunday, I'm marking that I Googled bug bite remedies. Okay, here's the thing. I know better. I absolutely know better. And I always bring my bug spray with me. And I usually do a much better job of making sure it's like, honey, you put on the sunscreen, you put on the bug spray. And here's where I think I messed up. On Friday, when I went out onto my patio and just decided to sit out and relax and not do anything, I think my legs got all together bit up on Friday morning, because I did not think about putting on bug spray before I went and sat out. And I think that was what did it, because I came home and my legs, oh my goodness, I had so many little bites, and I was very, very unhappy. My poor little legs were itching for probably 2-3 days after I got home. And I'm telling you, by I think Monday, I wanted to scratch through my skin. It took all of my strength. And but I had searched for a remedy, and they were like, lavender oil should help. And I was like, oh, I have lavender oil. doused my legs with so much oil. Like, put it all on there. We have to make this itching stop. I bought our tickets to go see Marvel's The Eternals. Wow, was that movie a disappointment? Do not get me started. Oh my God. And that is rare for me because I really love MCU movies, but that was horrible. And I just think it was the writing, because the cast was good. There were a lot of things, oh God. Man, that was a terrible movie. I feel like they were working so hard to set up the sequels and try to set up what was coming next, that they didn't deal with what was happening in that moment. It was a bad movie. If you haven't seen it, don't waste your time. And that's hard for me to say about a Marvel movie, because I love Marvel movies. But yeah, God, that was awful. I did some filming and editing, and then I uploaded a plan with me. Yay! Which I'm super proud of myself, because I gotta tell you, I have been struggling to get myself back into my groove with my plan with me's, and I'm truly working on it. I'm not making any promises because I have seen myself not follow through, but I want you all to know that I'm trying, and I do appreciate you watching the videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for taking this stroll through memory lane of my vacation with me, and I really appreciate it. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about any of the stickers that I didn't get a chance to cover, let me know in the comments and I'll be glad to tell you what the sticker is, because I know I did a lot of chatting for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you next video. Bye.